what's going on? Thanks so much for tuning in. Welcome to the channel. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive. And we are, messages to pass on. We are looking at the weekly energy for you all, Gemini collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cross watchers, obviously welcome. I'm sure you guys know the drill by now. The energy is fluid. Timing is as well. So, whenever these messages, whenever you watch them, as long as they resonate, then you'll know it's for you. All right. So let's get into it. I'm recording these while we're in Pisces season. We just moved into it about a week deep. Calm and it's not me. Oh, I like that message for you. It's finding like peace in the calm. Like, I don't know. It's easy to take responsibility for other people's reactions, behaviors, etc. Especially when we care about that person, that situation. But I think it's so valuable just to remember to keep our peace, our calm. And from that standpoint, that it's not, unless we're the one doing this stuff, it's not specifically us, right? Having that message of forgiveness and understanding. Letting go and releasing is what I'm hearing. This is a little bit about like being the bigger person in a situation. And I feel like that's what that release is. So you can find more grounding and stability. Even if you see it for what it is, it's like bringing a close to something. That's what I'm hearing. Bringing closure, allowing things to release and let go. Message of peace. I love that. Confirmation. So beautiful. I feel like you're going to receive this. I feel like all the stuff that's been going on lately, I think that's the hardest part of the process is having the faith, the trust that it's all working out how it's supposed to. I know that's so cliche, but it's true, right? It doesn't specifically bring comfort. I get it. Like, usually our anxieties, our fears take over. But you do receive something this week, Gemini, that's going to make you feel a little bit more settled and where it's not as much about you, maybe as you had thought. Yeah, soon. I love that. It's just a phase. It's just a cycle that you're in right now. Remembering that nothing lasts forever. There always is the light at the end of the tunnel, even if it's been a long ass tunnel, right? Yeah, mirroring. So this comes through remembering that like what we are attracting, what is in our environment, what is around us is like the easiest way to understand how we think, feel, believe about ourselves and our life around us. Usually, I think just period. Like I know quantum physics has proven that the law of attraction is indeed a real thing. It's not just some woohoo BS. So, I think there is this element where we have to remember that, like, we often get caught up in complaining about a person, place, or thing, why we're justified, how we're the victim, blah, blah, blah. But, there is this diplomacy that needs to be had. That Queen of Swords energy where, I think sometimes Gemini, even though it's not the easiest, in some ways you kind of have the leg up with everyone because you can see the duality. You feel it within yourself. You understand that there's always multiple layers to one thing. It's not just cut and dry. I don't know if anything is, you know what I mean? Ooh, Okay, flying everywhere. Oopa. 3 of Cups. Ooh. Okay, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups came out. So really, 10 of Cups, Page of Wands. You know, so really just kind of being a little bit more understanding about the situation, especially if this is your community, your friends, maybe someone you were dealing with in the past who kind of, like, I get this vibe of them really trying to pursue, like, keep things happy, keep things copacetic, but maybe being a little bit immature about that, you know? And that's where this diplomacy comes into play for you, Gemini. Easier said than done, right? I think sometimes it's easier to go back to that victimhood. You could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire energy, Queen of Wands. Maybe you're finally connecting with this person. You're very different, you know, you're very different people. Look at even just the color contrast. I love these cards. They're so amazing. That Queen of Swords is dope. I love just that clean, crisp, clear vibe, as air energy often is. And then this is just different. It's more color, it's vibrant, creative, as is fire energy. And it's not always easy, but I do feel like it's not easy when we're dealing with different personalities, different people, to always understand, right? But I do feel like you're coming into this space of a little bit more forgiveness, understanding, recognizing the places that, you know, maybe you were inviting this energy in, or this energy was coming in to show you something about yourself, a belief, a habit, a pattern, something you needed to look at. And now there is some options moving forward. I love seeing this energy for you, Gemini. You know, I think because it feels like I'm hearing it's like a meeting of the minds. There is opportunity within what is being reborn. And it might not be concrete quite yet. Concrete meaning there's a lot of kind of circulating in the ethers, a lot of potential for what this dream could build towards. But look at how they're making plans, right? It's a different type of vibe where it might have felt a little bit disjointed beforehand, completely opposite pages, like how could I even, you know? And now it's like, okay, you know, I got over that. I'm choosing to see the higher perspective. Knight of Cups. There's more of that water energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The fear that, like, someone's not really following through. Libra, Justice energy. Someone has the best intent, but they can't really match what they say. Not wanting to be taken advantage of, right? Not wanting to be kind of like hustled is what I'm hearing. Yeah, but there's a lot of water energy, you know, a lot of emotions around this. But you know, I mean, I think Gemini, you have an easier time being more diplomatic with your airness, your air element. And it's all, I mean, I guess there is the Libra, but it is like, it feels very dominant of the water in your energy. This has provoked a lot of emotion. Maybe around a situation that you had been through in the past. Or maybe you didn't really completely understand this situation to its full capacity. Or maybe you see it better now that you've been through something similar. Releasing, letting go. This could be past relationship with this King. And Knight of Cups, maybe someone you dated, someone who had a child, watching that walk away and kind of seeing the challenges around that, you know? Because there's two different things going on, and this is kind of popping up a lot in the readings thus far, where it's like you have the main thing that you're dealing with that's right in front of you, but then you have this backstory, like something from the past is really feeding into. Ooh, the Devil. Ooh. It's your fears, you know, I think fearing the worst. Kind of like I was saying, like you were very protective of your energy. You didn't want to be like manhandled, you know, controlled. But I feel like you also have more understanding of what that feels like. This element, see that, of being entrapped down below. Letting the fears and the anxieties kind of rule and dictate how you showed up, what your action was and your response. This is intense, Gemini. The High Priestess, I love her. Just some little confirmation. All right, let's get into this a little more. So why is this coming up? Let's look at this. What does this Devil have to show us? Okay. New beginnings, Ace of Cups. You might even have a new relationship coming in, and that's where some of this fear is coming off of. You know, you might have let this go. Like oftentimes when we have fresh starts with people coming back around, it can trigger a lot, you know, and maybe this person is very interesting, very magnetic, but you're not really confident. We have 3 of the Queens. This has been happening a lot as well. So 3 Queens on the board. We have the King, yeah, so, and we have the little Cup family, the King and Queen of Cups. So you're like understanding what it was like to feel on the outside of something. And I think you did your best because, like I said, you're very diplomatic in the way you think, the way you receive. I feel like you really did your best to, but I think it still provoked a lot within you. Maybe things that you weren't really expecting. And it's kind of kept you, you know, in hermit mode. I'm hearing like maybe, I mean, you probably have still been social, etc. But I do feel like there's a part of you that like really doesn't want to get back into anything, or you're really tepid about it. You don't want extra hubbub, stress weighing you down. You've had enough on your plate at this point. Especially if it's someone who can't like manage or handle themselves in a diplomatic way. You could feel like this King of Wands is a little bit more immature than what they let on for some of you. For others of you, this might be like not wanting these two to come in, you know, not wanting whatever drama and BS they carry. I'm not 100% certain, though, that this Knight of Wands is a factor, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, it's more, you know, I think it's more the appearance of things. I feel like that's where this, like, conversation, communication comes into play, right? This message of peace. Maybe you're going back to the table with this Queen of Wands energy and you're finding out a little more information before you make that final decision. Because like I said, you don't need the hard work. That's what Capricorn energy is all about. And it feels like you've really worked hard to refine yourself to keep the BS out. No drama for your mama, baby. So yeah, Queen of Pentacles, I love this. feeling a little bit more grounded. We have all 4 queens on the board. So this is like, you know, I'm hearing, yeah, like for some of you, you might be dealing with a lot of people who have thoughts, opinions around this. It could be family, work, co-workers, etc. But I also hear this as like embodying those, each element: fire, water, air, earth. And it's like you're coming out a little more grounded, a little more balanced is what I'm hearing. And you have to kind of do what is highest and best for the whole. At the end of the day, people can have their thoughts and opinions, but if what makes you more successful is bringing certain things into play, that's what you're choosing to do. You're broadening your horizons is what I'm hearing. Looking to grow, expand, not stay stuck. And I feel like this is helping you see that. I feel like you're still pushing through a little bit, Gemini. I feel like you're still kind of in contemplation mode this week. But I feel like you're gonna have some type of release and understanding, especially with what you've gone through in the past. It's gonna bring a little bit more sympathy and kindness to the situation. We'll pull a card for you. Yeah. Deep down, so you got to dig deep. Wah, wah. No, but you know, sometimes we do have to just uncover some stuff to like realize and understand. It's easy to look at things very topically, but I also feel like regardless of whether you want to, it's not like you have to sit and spend 10 hours reflecting, etc. But this is kind of uncovering some things that maybe you've buried down a little bit. And maybe that's why, because you don't really want to deal, like I said. But it's opening up to something new, a new chapter. And it's the ability to have compassion for the situation at hand, regardless of how it might look, like I said, on that topical level. There's more to see. And you have it, and I feel like you know it, and you're on the, you know, precipice of it. It's just like, I think with this devil energy, you're also afraid that it's not exactly what you think or feel. You're afraid it's the worst case scenario. But you know, remember, just always tap back in. Ask questions. That's the best way to find your answers. All right, Gemini, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sending so much love and blessings to whatever you're navigating through. Life can be messy. I'm here to help support in whatever way possible. Definitely big thumbs up if it resonated. Make sure to drop comments below. I'd love to build and grow the community. Sending lots of love and blessings your way. Thanks for the support.